think it's Tuesday. I'm having too much fun. I don't know what today is. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had an amazing day. And let's just talk about this time that we are not getting back with our children. I myself, when I was younger, I had those issues. My mom is a single mom, a single child, and she had to work, because she had to make money and she had to pay the bills and she had to do what she had to do. But because of that, I actually missed a lot of time with her because she'll drop me off at school in the morning, and then I won't see her until the next morning because she'll get home so late that I wouldn't have any time with her. And really, the weekends was everything that we had together, time that we had together. Um, but that was it. And I know I am not the only one that is a child. Here we go. Okay, here we are. Sorry, I had to check something. I've been trying to get the comments to work, but I'm not quite sure how I can fix that issue right now. Okay, okay, let me see live chat here. So you don't have to be tech savvy to be able. Okay. All right, so let's talk about, like if you have children that you have to, like if you have a full-time job and you have to be at work and, you have to drop off the kids and, what if they have something during the day that they would love for you to attend, presentation, some type of recital, there are always things that you have to be doing, or that the kids do, and they would love for you to be present with them for you to see them grow and see what they're doing, right? And again, it's something that when you miss those type of moments with your children is something that you can't get back, right? And of course, in a perfect world, you'll be able to take off all the time that you wanted to, every single time that they needed you. But, that's not the reality of how things are now. And what if you could actually do that? What if you can actually be able to generate income, passive income, and be able to be present with your children? So that's what this Legacy Builders program. Hi, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. So that's what this Legacy Builders program is actually meant for you to be able to leave a legacy behind. This isn't just about, hey, let's just make some money and that's it. No, this is actual income that it's potential full-time income with just a part-time work, because you only have to spend 2 hours a day. Thank you for the likes, guys. 2 hours a day implementing this skills so that you can let people know that you're out there. But it's more than that. It's leaving a legacy. It's being able to not just help yourself and your family, but be able to show your children that, hey, look at what mama built. Mom is building a business where she actually gets to help other families, other moms, to be able to have that type of generational wealth. You know what I mean? Hi guys, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy every time you guys come and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I love always getting to know where you guys are watching from. I actually in Nevada. That's where I'm here in the US, but please let me know where you're watching from. So that's something that, again, I want to make sure that I myself help you with, so that you're able to start leaving a legacy behind for your kids. Not just, hey, Miriam wants me to make some money here and there. No, I want you to be able to have the ability to learn all the skills and be able to implement what you learn and start making money as well. Oh, how cool. No problem. Well, the next time that I'm live, I'm usually live at 7:30. So, come and say hi if you do have questions. Starfire said, in the description, I actually put the link for the blueprint. So if you need to go, thank you so much for being here. But go ahead and feel free to check the information on the description of the live. Thank you so much for joining. So that's exactly what I want to make sure that I help you guys with, not just being able to make some money on the side, but actually leave that legacy behind where you're able to have control of your time, I'm from Nevada. I'm here in Nevada in the US. Um, and so that you can learn the skills, to generate daily income. You passive income is really what it is, because if you guys have seen like the wins that I've thank you the wins that I keep showing you from members of our community. This is something that, because you have an automated system working for you in the back on the background, you get to have sales during the day, while you're sleeping, while you're cooking, while you're eating. And that's the type of freedom that I want to make sure that we all have, not just me. And just by learning these skills, you know what I mean? Just you'll be learning digital marketing skills and attraction marketing skills that you can implement. You only have to work 2 hours a day. Hi, Julia. Welcome, welcome. Let me know where you guys are watching from. So as I was saying earlier, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, man. God willing, it does. Thank you. I have a lot of people that I want to help, so I really appreciate that comment. Thank you so much. Oh, Germany, welcome. Look at my content getting pushed all over the world. Yesterday, I had someone from Australia join, and now I had Canada and Germany. Wow, you guys are making me feel famous today. But yeah, Mama, basically, this is hi, Peter. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. So as I was saying earlier, like that's something that kind of hits. Um, Deep with me, because when I was young, like I'm a child from a single parent, and that was always not problematic, but I just never got to see my mom. Like she had a full-time job, and she always, worked. She always had to be like literally like she'll drop me off at school, run to work, and she'll be home too late for me to be able to stay up. Um, and so I wouldn't see her. Like I would see her the next day, rush to school, drop me off, and she'll get back to work again. And so we didn't get to spend a lot of time. And the weekends was basically more of like an exhausted mother who just wants to rest, but then also has, other things that she needs to do at the house. And that was kind of sort of like how I imagine life being just normal. But as a child, you want to spend time with your parents. You want to make sure that you want to play with them. You want to show them what you're doing, what you're excited about, all of those things. But with a mother who is stressed out. Hi, welcome, Melissa. Thank you for being here. Hi, guys. Let me know where you guys are watching from. That was something that always impacted me, and I always kind of had in the back of my head, like, oh my God, like I never really got to know my mom because she was always at work. And I know as a child, I'm not the only one that had that experience. But now that I'm a mom, I did my absolute best so that they didn't have to not like I didn't have not have to be with them. You know what I mean? Like I always found a way where it was just like it was the minimum time that we wouldn't be able to see one another. Like I have two boys. And I basically have been a single mom since they were babies. You know what I mean? I never had any support from their dad or anything like that. So I always had to make sure that okay, and take them to school, the same kind of like the same routine my mom had, like hi Melissa. You know, take them to school and get back to work. So I was like, there is no way that I'm going to be able to continue to do that. So then I actually decided that I was like, okay, I'm going to get a job at my kids' school and hope, and that way I'll always be where they are. And if they need me, I'll be right there. I just always kind of had that in the back of my head because of my experience as a child, that I was like, okay, I want my children to be with me and always have me available no matter what. So I had that job in elementary. So they grew up with me and I was teaching there. But after that is when I told you guys that I had gotten diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and then everything kind of just got crazy as far as not being able to generate an income because it was. Oh, Melissa, thank you so much for being here. If you do need the blueprint details, just go to the description of the live. I have actually put the link on there for you guys to check out the blueprint. It'll let you know about the 2-hour workday and how the automated system works for you guys, so that you can actually, learn the skills to generate passive income and don't have to be, just stressed out about money all the time. You know what I mean? Like I want you guys to learn these skills so that you can actually have freedom of time, freedom, like actual financial freedom, but also have the time to be able to do the things that you guys want to do. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Hope to see you soon. Say hi next time you come. Thank you so much, you guys. So that is basically what this blueprint is, right? Like we want to make sure that we're helping you build a legacy. You will have the ability to generate from like $100 to up to $900 per customer, depending on what product you purchase, because you do get the master resale rights of the products when you purchase. So you'll actually be able to sell the exact same products that you purchase. You learn more about the master resale rights with when you receive the video from to your email. When you put your information under wherever you want me to send you the email, that video will have all the details. It answers about 99% of the details that you might need. But if you do have any questions, obviously all you have to do is reply to the email and ask me whatever questions that you need. Oh, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I always love when I get subs because I had the 50 subs, you guys. You guys made this possible for me to be able to go live and actually communicate better with you guys. So I'm always appreciative of all my subs. I wish you guys nothing but the best always. Welcome, welcome. Um, oh, Abyss is here. Hi, Abyss. Were you not here yesterday? That's amazing. I love that we're starting to really connect and to get to know one another. You were here yesterday, right, Abyss? You guys, thank you. You make my day when you come and say hi to me. So, um, another thing other than just missing out on life and missing out of what, things that you want to do with your children and things that you want to get accomplished, it's like the thought of always thinking that, oh my God, I'm gonna be stuck in this type of life. You know what I mean? Like this 9 to 5, this always having to ask for put PTO requests that sometimes don't get approved. Or let me actually share a story with you guys of someone that I know personally. Like it's actually a friend of my mom's. She came to ask me like, oh my God, Miriam, can you help me write an email? I guess to HR, because she was like, I got approved for my PTO, like they approved her because she's going to Mexico and she's going to go for 3 weeks. And she's been with the company like 20 years. Okay. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like when you're with a company and you give the company your all. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I hope that too. I hope that I can, spread my message out there for all the people and I can seriously help us all to be able to have freedom, freedom to live our lives the way that we want. That's what I want for all of us. So basically she came, she's like, oh, Miriam, can you write an email? And I really didn't know how to leverage or what to do with the email, how to leverage to be able to help her, because she put in the request that she was going to Mexico for 3 weeks. She put her in the request and the manager approved it, but she gave her 3 days off. And then she had to come to work one day and then she'll be off another 3 days. Explain to me how, if you're going to Mexico, how are you going to do that? How are you going to show up to work if you're going to be in another country? And those are the type of things that really get to me, because it's like you're giving already all your time 100%. Thank you. Okay. um you're giving your time 100% of your time to these companies, you know what I mean? Because again, you're like, well, I have this bills to pay, the kids need this, the kids need that, let me just be, focus on one thing, to do this job and to earn this money and to do all those things. And that's your mentality. You think that by giving your employer, this company's loyalty, that they will do the same for you. And that's where we're all wrong, because all of us have been let go at some time in our lives, and we were thinking that, oh my God, we meant the world to this employer, we did everything for them, and they always praised us for how great of a job we did and all the things that we did right. But literally one day they did come to us and they let us go. And that's something that happens for everyone and to everyone. Hi, welcome guys, welcome. And that's something that we need to work on, because it's not that, oh, like, sometimes we just don't have a better way to do things, because it's like how I told you guys last week. It's like you want to do something better for yourself. You want to have another job, a different position, more money. But once you start really stacking it up and start really thinking about, okay, what am I going to have to do in order for me to be able to make that change? It becomes too much, because it's like, if I change this job, I'm gonna have to go to a different location. Then I'm gonna have to reroute myself and the kids and what we're gonna do during the day. And the pay might not be the same. The benefits, medical benefits, might not be the same. So then you're kind of like, okay, is it gonna be a good thing or a bad thing that I'm gonna start making a little bit more money, but then I'm gonna have to pay more for insurance or benefits? Like, you have to factor all those things in, just to keep the lights on and the rent on. Hi, welcome guys, welcome. Let me know where you're joining from when you come in. Thank you so much for being here. And those are the type of things that we just kind of only think when is it about, like, when is the time to actually make the changes. But what if we can actually start building something before we have to make those decisions, before we have to make a decision whether we want to leave? Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Jenna. Oh, I love your name, by the way. You're so kind. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Um, what if this could be something that we could start working on before, so that in the back of our heads, it wouldn't have to be a thing about, like, oh, what if I get fired? Like, in my head, it was always, what if I get fired? Because even though I was an excellent employee, I was always sick. Like, I'm chronically ill. There's nothing I can do about it. That's something I just have to readjust my life to. Thank you so much. And so now it's like, okay, I have to be stressed out about, like, oh, would I get fired because I keep calling off? Are they gonna let me go? Are they gonna? I was actually put on probation because of a mistake that I made because of brain fog. So when you're already ill, like I am, and then having to be stressing out about, am I gonna get fired? That does something to your brain that is just like, yes, I agree. Like, change can build relationships that can last years. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, change, we're scared of change, but honestly, you guys, change is always a good thing. Change makes you grow. You know what I mean? Like, see things from different perspectives. You know what I mean? We're so conditioned to understanding, like, oh, the only way that you can actually generate good money is to work more hours. But we don't have more hours. We all only have 24 hours. What if you can actually learn these skills to work only 2 hours a day and generate up to $900 a day when you get a customer? You know what I mean? Like, those are the type of things that we can actually leverage now with the type of technology that we're in. Like how you guys have seen right now, I literally had people from Canada, people from Germany. Yesterday, I had people from Australia, and I'm paying nothing to be pushed out there. I'm just creating the content, but I'm creating the content based on the knowledge, the skills that I'm getting from this program. You know what I'm saying? To be able to leverage all these things and not have to spend one single penny on advertising. A lot of us, because we want to get customers, we think, oh, okay, well, now I have to get an ad out there for people to see it. And your first instinct is going to be like, oh, well, let me pay. You know, like how on Facebook or on Instagram, you get to pay for your, for ads. But what if you could just learn the skills without having to be paying for ads? The one thing when you come into a business, the one thing is you don't want to have to make more monthly payments or investments, which is another amazing thing about this, because with this is a one-time investment. Again, depending what program is going to suit your lifestyle better, but it's a one-time investment, and there are no monthly fees. So like the one time that you already get your first customer, you're going to be on profit mode already, right? And that's it. There are no monthly fees. You don't have to pay any money to get your ads done. You just actually learn the skills that you're going to be taught with this program, to know how to actually put your content out there, the things that you need to say, the things you don't need to say, that, you know what I mean, like how to find your perfect customer and stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions, well, if something comes up while I'm describing the information, please make sure that you put it in the comments for me so that I can answer your questions. I love answering your questions because I just want to make sure that you guys understand what this is. So again, so you're gonna make 100% profit. It's only a one-time investment, and you only have to work 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day that you can actually implement half an hour here, an hour there, half an hour when you're out of work or whatever. Like this is about simplicity. This is about things that you can actually earn and turn around and implement right away. Is simple step-by-step information that makes it easy for you to be able to actually implement it. It's not like, oh my God, okay, I know what they're telling me to do, but how? A lot of places you go to is like, okay, I know I have a why. I know my why is super strong. I know I want to change my life. I know that my children are my everything and I want to give them a better life. That's your why, right? And like what you have to do, well, you have to, like, as lame terms, like make money, right? But how? A lot of companies, they tell you, yes, you can do all of this, you can do all of that, but they don't tell you the how. They don't give you a how to implement things. And if you guys have ever had a business, like I had a business, before, and yes, I knew what my why was. I knew what I needed to do, what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how. And that's why I was failing, because I was just like literally DMing strangers, bothering friends and family to, hey, can you please take a look at my offer, this and this and that. But with this, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to talk to strangers. You don't have to friend strangers. You don't have to build a team. You don't have, like, like in some companies, you make the money, but then you have a chargeback if the person decides not to continue the membership or they didn't like the product or whatever. So you're excited because you made whatever, however much money. Like I would make, I think, 120 or something like that per membership back then. That was great money. I mean, $120, that's good money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's not, but if the person decided to cancel it or something, then I have a chargeback. And $120 of a chargeback is not, it doesn't sound as great as when it's coming as a deposit in your account. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, then that was another thing you needed to be stressed out about. Like, oh my God, now I have a chargeback. Now I have to pay this money before I can actually make more money. Then I have a monthly fee. You know what I mean? Like all of those things add up. With this, that's the simplicity. Our mentor, she actually came from a multi-level marketing company where she loves the product, but the compensation plan was really killing her because at some point she was making good money. She said she was making $5,000 a month, but one day they had a meeting and she thought it was going to get better and it actually got worse, and her income went down like $2,000 in that one call. I guess they had gotten really excited with the compensation they were given before, and then they had to cut back. So she was already accustomed at $5,000 to make a month because of all the grinding, all the messaging, all the call calling, all the whatever, income producing activities that she had to do to make that money. And in one single call, everything just crumbled for her. You know what I mean? So imagine being like accustomed to making 5,000 and suddenly you're just making 3,000 or less than 3,000 when you already have, things that you need to pay. She always talks about like, are you ready to stop having to take a calculator to the store? How many of us are not in the same similar situation where we're like at the store with our kids, and my kids, my youngest one is already 18, so I still call them my babies, but you know how they are. But sometimes like when they ask you for something and you don't have the money, there's something as a mom that just like it hurts, even if it's like a tiny thing, and even if it's they don't need, or even if it's candy or something, you're like, I don't want to, you don't need it. But the fact that you have to tell your children no, and especially because if it's something like a dollar thing and you can't afford a dollar toy or a dollar candy, it does something. It does something as a mom that is just like, I want to change my life. I want to do something where I like, you get to a point sometimes when you're just sitting there at night and you're like, this cannot be it. Like, there is no way that this is all there is. And why is it that sometimes I get in my head and I'm like, why is it that I'm here? Like, I'm not where I wanted to be. I didn't think that in my 40s I would still be in this type of situation. You know what I mean? But it's just like, it's not that I'm doing something wrong. Sometimes life has a curveball for you, regardless of what it is, whether if it's you, like how I am sick, like chronically ill, or you have just something, for the time that doesn't allow you to do your normal day-to-day activities. And one of them is work, like that kills you inside as a human being, let alone as a mom, because it's just like you can't really do things for your kids, and that hurts. That hurts a lot when you can't be there in whatever capacity that you want to be for your children, and you can't be there. It's something that just really tugs at your heart, and you're like, okay, I want to do better, but how, where do I start? And that was the similar situation that I was in, because I was like, okay, so now I'm chronically ill, now I can work a traditional 9 to 5. I tried even a part-time, and it wasn't that, it was just simply that my body just no longer can do those type of activities. So I had to find a better way, a simpler way. With this, you guys, some days I have days where it's just like I don't even want to hear my own thoughts, because it's a lot what I struggle with, other than the physical, but also the mental, because of the pain. And sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to even hear my thoughts, let alone do my content, or, go live, or whatever the situation may be. But then I'm thinking to myself, Miriam, you literally asked God for something that was simpler, that you could do from home, that didn't require a lot of time, and that was automated. And He blessed you with it, because He has a mission for you. He has, like, I have a vision of helping all these moms who are in my same situation or in similar situation. Being a single mom already is hard enough as it is, to have to deal with all of that in all by yourself, whether it comes to money, emotions, whatever. It's already too much, and you're just there at night just crying your eyes out, because there's literally nothing else that you could think that you can do at the moment. It's a lot of stress. But what if you could actually learn the type of skills that you can implement just 2 hours, focus hours a day? You have an automated system that you only had to set up the one time. And I've told you guys, this takes about 48 hours to have it all set up, for you to be ready to promote it, for you to be able to take payments. Like, it takes, within 48 hours, most of us have actually had everything up and running. You know what I mean? You will get the 7 days to profit mode. There's also there like a video that would teach you to get there. Has everybody done it and gotten on profit mode? No. But a lot of people have actually used it and been able to do that. There was a lady actually in our community who tried it the first time, the first week, and it didn't work for her. But then the next week she actually did it again, the same income producing activities, and she got a customer. Then, since she saw it work, she did the same activities the next week, and she got another customer. So it's just like, this is already a system that is proven to work, because there is no cold calling, messaging, bothering your friends or family. This is just attraction marketing skills. You learn the skills, and then you earn while you learn, as well. So that's what it's meant, and it's meant for you, for it to be simple, not for you to take all your time. We understand you already have no time. We understand you're already stressed out enough, and the last thing that you want to do is have to be struggling with other things that are not making you money. Like, if you've ever been in a like MLM, like, network marketing, when they message you, you have to answer. You know what I mean? Because if you don't answer right away, you might lose them. And then what do? Then you have to message more people and stuff like that. None of that happens here, because your automated system actually does the follow up for you. So when people go into your automated system to visit your website, they put their information, and the website, actually, the automated system actually sends out the information, because you got to understand that if you have a life to live, you can be glued to your phone 24/7, and we understand that, and that's why we are implementing things this way. Instead of you having to chase people, we attract people by just telling our story. You know what I mean? Like, we're connecting with people. We understand that it's better to one person than trying to help the entire world. Like, our mentor used to focus on women, you know what I mean, like single moms, to who, were just basically tired of having to take a calculator to the store. And she just, she started with that. And then when more people started looking at her content and stuff, even a gentleman asked, like, well, of course, dads can do this too. Anyone can do this. We have people from like 16 years old to like any age. We have 80-year-olds making real money. You know what I mean? People who are not in any way tech savvy. Like I'm not tech savvy. I'm just like because I learn and I implement. It's like that's why I'm here, but not because I know a lot about technology. That's another beautiful thing about this. You don't have to have any experience at all able to do this. You know what I mean? It's simple, it's step by step. It's a done for you system already. So like I said, that's why it takes you about 48 hours to have it up and running, because you literally watch the video of what you need to connect, like, for you to connect your bank account to be able to get paid. And the rest just like learn. We have daily coaching, we have weekly mentoring for you to be able to connect with the community. If you have any questions, you can ask questions about really anything, like it could be about technology, it could be about whatever, but you will be 100% supported. And it's just a simple step by step for you system that you only have to purchase at one time. There are no monthly expenses, or no, like you have to pay for anything, and you actually make 100% profit. So if you have a $900 customer for the day, that's all your money. You're taking all the $900. It literally gets deposited into your bank account. You don't have to spend your commissions, none of that. Get 100% profit of all of the commissions that you will get. And then all you have to do is just learn the skills, how to create content and how to go live, and basically how to answer your comments and your emails. And that's it. That's basically all you have to do in the 2 hours during the day. That's basically all you do. All those three activities that I just mentioned to you guys. So it's simple, step by step. You have a community to support you, to encourage you, to even teach you. We're all learning here, and none of us is above. You know what I mean? Like we have our mentor, but we're not like building teams. There's not something like, oh, you have to get to this tier to be able to make this money. No, like you get to learn what the master research rights are, and how you're able to make the 100% profit on all your commissions, and that's about it. So the one last thing I want to talk to you guys, like how to, like when you're making a change in your life and when your children actually see you, like you're actually building something for yourself, for them, for their future. Imagine what that does, you know what I mean, to your kids. It's like, okay, my mom is actually putting effort into building something for our future, not just for the now, but for your children and for your children's children, you know what I mean, to actually be able to grow something. And it's like, okay, always struggling financially, you know what I mean? It's something that we always have to struggle, never having enough money, always having to check your bank account before you go to the store, all those type of things. But with this, you can actually learn skills to get yourself out of that type of like life where you won't have to be looking at your bank account to be able to, pay for a dollar piece of candy, or where you won't have to be begging your employer for time. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the biggest turnoffs. Like you have to go and ask your manager to give you permission to live your life. That gives like 5-year-old vibes. Like I'm not 5 years old. But like in my head, it's like I should be able to tell my employer, hey, this is the time that I'm gonna be gone. Make sure, like to me, PTO means prepare the others. That means like I'm telling you I'm not here because this is something I earned. I'm not gonna be here. Find the people to cover while I'm not gonna be here. Because you've already earned that time. You know what I mean? They give you, okay, you earned this time and you're able to take it. So take it. But why have to go through all the struggle? Like, oh, are they gonna approve it? And if they're approving, are they gonna approve it the way that they're supposed to? Or I'm gonna have to show up every other day to work. Like, what type of vacation is that? You know? So all of those things, you know what I mean, to be able to actually stop having to worry about money and learn the skills to generate passive income. That's what we're all for. And what we're all about. So if you do need the details for the blueprint, just simply go to my description. It's the link is right there. Is miriamsdailypay.com. That's where you need to be. And just grab the free blueprint so that you can learn how. This is a step-by-step guide that will help you leverage your proven blueprint and turn it into a profitable online business. That's free access. It's called the Freedom Formula Blueprint, and I'm giving you guys free access to that. And once you get the email with the video and you're done watching the video, if you do have any more questions about the blueprint, all you need to do is reply to the email, and I'll reply to you once I read the email. So again, if you do have any questions, just go on the description. The website is right there. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm so happy that you guys came to spend time with me today. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you guys. See. Well, now it doesn't have. There we go.